Forget everything you think you know about agriculture. This is where seeds of information grow into fields of changing mindsets. Join us as we discuss your questions about agriculture and farming right here on the ground. Hello, I'm Mrs. Farmer AD, and welcome to the special episode of On the Ground with Farmer AD, the podcast. You might have heard about the bestseller book Humans of New York by author-photographer Brandon Stanton, which features ordinary people in extraordinary moments. Well, something similar is happening in the Philippines with a tribute to people doing extraordinary work in biotechnology. And now, on its 8th year, the Filipino faces of biotechnology have been recognized last December 2023. One of them is Farmer AD. In this episode, we shall hear Farmer AD's acceptance speech at the awards night as a biotech practitioner and advocating it among the farmers in his community. As a biotech advocate, Farmer AD chose to deliver his speech in Filipino, which you will be hearing in its entirety in this podcast. Farmer AD has recorded a translation of the speech in English at the end of this podcast. So without further ado, here is Farmer AD.
Kada umaga, habang tulog pa ang karamihan, kami at ang mga kasama ko ay bumabangon sa aming higaan. Iinat, magbibihis, magkakape, magpapakain ng alagang hayop. Yung iba ay pupunta sa pinagtalian ng kalabaw kasi kailangan ng palublubin sa lubluban. Pagkatapos ay mag-uumpisa na sa iba't ibang gawain sa kabukiran. Kada araw. Walang pinagkaiba ang araw. Walang weekend, walang holiday, umulan, umaraw, may welga o wala. Kami ay nagsisikap na magtanim, magsaka at maggawa ng pagkain para sa bayan. Bihira kami makita ng karamihan. Maraming beses kami ay di naiintindihan at di sapat na napapahalagahan. Ganun pa man, kada araw, walang tigil hanggat kaya ng aming lakas. Habang meron kaming natitirang kapital, kami ay nagsasaka, nagpapakain sa bayan. Ang biotechnology ay isang malaking tulong sa aming mga magsasaka. Ito ay isang mabuting tulong upang maganap namin ang aming katungkulan sa paggawa ng pagkain para sa bayan. Ang biotechnology ay binibigyan kami ng kakayahan para lumaban sa peste, sa pagbago-bagong klima at sa mga hamon ng pagsasaka. Dahil sa biotechnology, kami ay lumalaban at nagtatagumpay sa kahirapan. Sa aming lugar at sa aking karanasan, ang biotechnology ay nag-ambag sa pagtaas ng ani na dati ay 600 kilo kada hektarya na naging 8,400 kilo kada hektarya sa pagsasaka ng dilaw na mais. At ako ay nagawaran ng pagkilala na Most Outstanding Corn Farmer noong 2017 sa Cebu at 2018 sa Region 7. Pero di natatapos sa teknolohiya ang laban para sa pagbuo ng seguridad sa pagkain. Di tulad ng maraming bansa na maunlad ang kanilang agrikultura, ang agrikultura sa Pilipinas ay pawang nahuhuli. Karamihan sa ating mga magsasaka ay nasa kahirapan. Pinakamalaking bahagi ng mga nasa kahirapan sa Pilipinas ay nasa agrikultura, mga magsasaka. Marami pa rin kailangang ayusin sa larangan ng merkado, presyo ng produktong pangsakahan, na pawang bagsak at nagdadala ng bigat ay ang ating mga magsasaka. Pawang ang katagang kami ng mga magsasaka ay mahalaga ay nananatiling salita lamang. Kulang pa rin ang mga alituntunin sa batas pambangko. Baka naman pwedeng obligahin din ng bangko na kumuha ng mga ekonomistang pang-agrikultura at di lamang mga loan portfolio. Mahihirapan po ang mga namumuhunan at ang mga bangko kapag mataas at di sigurado ang pagsasaka. Kulang din sa pagbibigay konsiderasyon tuwing mag-angkat sa ibang bansa na kung saan kailangan balansehin ang buwis at ang kapakanan ng lokal na magsasaka. Gusto ba nating dumami ang mga kabataan na pumapasok sa pagsasaka? Marami tayong kailangang gawin para maging maganda ang ekonomiya sa agrikultura. Susunod na lang po na resulta na dadami ang papasok sa pagsasaka kung dito po ay may karampatang kita. Sa kawanihan na pagsasaka, 10 ng mga nagpapatakbo nito. Sa mga nagsaayos ng programa ngayong gabi, ako po si Farmer AD. Para sa lahat ng magsasakang Pilipino, para sa mga kasama ko sa Philippine Maize Federation, para sa aking mga kasama sa Global Farmer Network, tinatanggap ko po ng lubos na kagalakan, karangalan at pagpapahalaga ang karangalan na maturing na magsasaka na miyembro ng ika-8 Pilipinong mukha ng Biotechnology 2023. Marami po tayong gagawin. Maraming salamat po.
You just heard the acceptance speech made by Farmer AD at the 8th Filipino Faces of Biotechnology Awards. And by the way, he was the only farmer awarded that night. Among the other awardees were former DA Secretary Dr. William Dar, National Scientist Dr. Lourdes Cruz, former Supervising Research Specialist Dr. Evangeline Castillo of the DENR Ecosystems Research and Development Bureau, Assistant Scientist Lorelai Agbagala, the head of the Secretariat of the National Committee on Biosafety of the Philippines, former Chief of the DA Food, Agriculture and Fisheries Policy Division Amparo Ampil, a representative of National Scientist Dr. Carmencita Padilla, and finally Corteva Agri-Science Zonal Regulatory Program Leader Dr. Antonio Alfonso. The awarding was led by Department of Agriculture Undersecretary Mercedita Sombilia and Biotech Program Office Director Claro Mingala. Thank you for this prestigious award honoring our Filipino contributors to biotechnology. Once again, our warmest congratulations to the awardees of the 8th Filipino Faces of Biotechnology as you contribute to the advancement of agriculture and farming in the country. And now, let's hear the English version of Farmer AD's acceptance speech.
Every day, while everyone else are still sleeping, we are rising from our beds, stretching, putting on our work clothes, drinking coffee. We'll go out to feed our animals. Others would attend to their water buffaloes, their workmate on the farm, bringing them to their wallowing pools. Then we will begin our different work in our farms. Every day is the same. No weekends, no holidays, rain or shine, even if there are transport strikes or none. We are striving to plant, farm, and produce food for the community. We are seldom seen by many. Many times we are misunderstood and not given importance. But in spite of that, every day we continue while our strength allow us, while we have few remaining funds, we are farming, feeding the community, feeding the nation. Biotechnology is a big help for us farmers. Biotechnology is a good thing in order for us to fulfill our solemn duty of producing food for the nation. Biotechnology gives us the ability to fight pests, severe weather, and different challenges on farming. Because of biotechnology, we are able to fight poverty. In my community, in my experience, biotechnology gave me an increase in yield from 600 kilograms per hectare to 8,400 kilograms per hectare in corn production. I was awarded as the most outstanding corn farmer in 2017 for the Cebu province and in 2018 for the Region 7. But it does not stop with technology in fighting food security. Unlike other progressive countries with progressive agriculture systems, the agriculture in the Philippines still lag behind. Many of our farmers are still in poverty. The majority of the poor in the Philippines are farmers. There are so many things we need to fix in the market. Prices of agricultural products that are very low. And the one carrying the burden are our farmers. It seems like the phrase, farmers are important, remains to be just words. We still lack the appropriate policies in banking. Maybe we need to require our banks to hire agriculture economists and not only to think about loan portfolios. Agriculture is not outright understandable to most accountants. We still lack the agricultural insurance systems. Our capitalists and banks will not invest if the risks are too high. We still lack to consider our local farmers when we allow low tariff on imports that adversely affect local prices. Do we want the youth to go into farming? Well, we have so many things to do in order to fix our agriculture economics. The youth will naturally go into agriculture if there is enough income in farming. To the Department of Agriculture and all that operates it, to the organizers of the 8 Filipino Phases of Biotechnology, I am Farmer AD. For my beloved wife, Hazel, and my children, Andy, Ella, and Hazel Grace. For my fellow farmers in the Philippine Maize Federation. For my fellow farmers in the Global Farmer Network. Above all, for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I accept this award with great joy, honor, and respect for choosing me as a farmer to be a member of this 8 Filipino Phases of Biotechnology 2023. We have more work ahead. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you for joining us on the ground
I am Farmer AD.
with Mrs. Farmer AD.
On our podcast where the seeds of knowledge are sprouting.
Keep it grounded
Keep it rooted.
and keep it growing.
Until next time.
At this point, we'd like to say thanks to our donors. Because of them, we are able to produce this pilot season of our podcast. You know who you are and you want to remain anonymous. Just the same, we would like to say we appreciate you. If you're interested to sponsor our podcast, just reach out to us via email or through our personal social media accounts.
Please subscribe.